This case, reported in 1794 but actually decided in 1686, is known for the reaction that it inspired and its place in a tumultuous time in English history. The 17th century saw a fierce contest between Crown and Parliament over which power should be supreme. There was civil war in 1642. The parliamentarians imprisoned and executed King Charles I before declaring a republic until 1660, when King Charles II was invited to return to the throne. When Charles II died, his brother King James II took the crown. James, a Catholic, was soon in conflict with the Church of England and with the Parliament, which had passed the Test Act, which required high officials in England to take an oath disavowing some of the core beliefs of Catholicism. King James considered that he was above the Parliament. To test this before the courts, he offered the Catholic Sir Edward Hales the position of colonel of an infantry regiment. This required Sir Edward to satisfy the Test Act, but as a Catholic, Sir Edward could not do this, and so the king granted him a dispensation. Basically, the king granted him an exemption from the Parliament's law. That was contested before the court. So if the dispensation was upheld, then the king outranked the Parliament. If the dispensation was overruled, then the Parliament outranked the king. The court found in favour of the king. The report says, "The kings of England were absolute sovereigns, that the laws were the king's laws, that the king had a power to dispense with any of the laws of government as he saw necessity for it, that he was the sole judge of that necessity, and that no act of Parliament could take away that power." The judgment was received with outrage and contributed to the breakdown in relations between the Protestant Parliament and the Protestant elements of the military on one side and the king on the other. Just 2 years later, in what has become known as the Glorious Revolution, James was deposed from the throne by the Parliament, which invited William and Mary of Orange, Dutch nobles, to take the throne, which they did after agreeing to a document called the Bill of Rights 1688, which enshrined parliamentary supremacy over the Crown. Since that time, in the United Kingdom and then in Australia, the monarchy has been constitutional and not absolute.